Hello, everyone. We're live. New
Hey,
Marshall's in town. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much for coming, New Marshall. It's been forever since I've seen you, and I appreciate you coming to my channel and checking things out. And we got Mr. Doughboy, my buddy, my pal, my friend, my friend of friends of friends. There's
Mr.
only three
Doughboy.
waiting. So I'm wondering if it's the three of us and nobody's in there right now. Hmm.
You think they missed it?
There's Mr. Doughboy. Mr. New Marshall's in town.
I like that name.
I
Hello,
know
new
that is a
Marshall
cool
in
name.
town.
Ozart's here. Hello,
Hi,
Ozart. Oh, I
Mr.
probably
Doughboy.
should live chat, right? Oh, went to live chat and lost everything I typed.
It doesn't look like it's running, is it?
There's Flag City Parts.
Hi, Flag
Oh,
City
Jeff,
Park.
how's it going?
New Marshall in town. I really do like that name too.
It is a cool name, isn't it?
It really is.
I'm hearing my husband downstairs got us going on, so I don't know what's happening over there. I'm going to switch back over here to.
Oz R and Mr. Doughboy. Inconceivable.
Oh,
There's
you know.
Hello,
Inconceivable.
Joe.
So unacceptable. Is Joe in here?
He
Joe
is.
Griffin is in the house.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Flag City Parts.
And hi, Lisa. I see you in the chat as well.
Yeah, I just went in there.
And smile and wave.
Hi,
Joe.
Nick.
Smiling away. That is the thing. That's right. Well, yeah. Hi, Nick. Hi, Lisa. Lisa,
Hi, Diane.
aka my other self. She has become simplified.
No, that's the goal. There's
That's
nothing
the goal.
simple about me.
Okay, well, that'll work. That'll work. Very good. Very good. So we've got, how many people have we got in here now? We got 8 people so far. Oh, we lost 2. There's Tizzo.
So,
Tizzo. Hello, hello, hello.
So,
Thank you for coming. We may be able to see Shroom Day come in because he'll be off work now and can make it at this time frame. I'm looking
good.
forward to that because we did make the chime change just simply for the fact that too many people could not come on live with us. So you guys keep me abreast of how many people are in chat and are watching whatever. Even lurking is good. And today we're going to catch up. It's been since July 5th that we've been live, girls, together.
Wow. It's a
That is
milestone.
what-
it's been a long time. I missed you guys.
Right. I must agree. I was like, I don't like not being with them. So yeah, even at the coin show. Oh, before we go, the coin show was a very success for me anyway too. See that?
Oh, why don't you make yourself big so we can see it?
Yeah,
good
good
plan.
idea.
Yeah, good plan. Sorry.
There you go.
And my fingernail polish just scraping off because I've been busy. But this is a Switzerland
We're
coin.
cool with it.
Oh,
Switzerland.
that's cool.
Nice. Einstein. Oh,
Yeah, Einstein, exactly. And it's what do they call it?
what year is it? What year is that coin?
79.
Oh,
Okay, then this one. This is cool. You're gonna like this. This is my heritage. I'm a second generation American from Sweden.
Oh, very nice. That is a beautiful coin.
Isn't that pretty?
nice and clean.
Very
Definitely. Look how gorgeous and detailed it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually went and got it from a vendor.
Beautiful.
I like it.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
And the
Then this
shield.
one. Oh, guys, this one is crazy. Because let me tell you, when we were in Sweden as my family, right? Our names were Johanna or Joanna or Johanna. My grandpa's name was Carl. That guy.
Ooh.
That
So I'm like, what?
Ooh. Let's see the coin.
Right? So I have a coin. Oops, he's upside down. But that was the guy who was in charge of the nation there. Check that out. And you know what? That looks like my grandpa's nose.
So have you done the history? Is there any relation?
Wouldn't that be cool,
No, I
Nick?
haven't had a
Right.
chance to, but in the 1800s, Carl
We
Johanna.
can't see. It's out of focus.
I know I can't get it. It's the camera.
Well, you're getting too close. Back up a little bit.
Joe Durbin said,
There you go.
"Unacceptable, Diane."
Okay, we got it.
Well, you know, Joe's here. Whatever.
Just don't let Joe see them because he might try to sell them.
Oh no, these are in my personal stash,
Okay.
and I bought them with my own money.
Stay away, Joe.
So thank you, Coin Show. That was fun and a success, and that was really, really kind of cool. And I don't even remember what I paid for them, honestly. So whatever. Yep. Anyway, so it was good that we went to the Coin Show. Let me get back away from and get you girls.
Well, you were missed while you guys were at the coin show for sure.
Well, I have to tell you, you were missed, even though I was at the Coin Show. I was like, I need to talk to my girls. I need to talk to my girls.
We even missed Joe. We even missed Joe.
Why?
But Nick, we had a lot of fun on your channel.
Yes,
Well,
we
that's true.
Oh, yes, we
You know,
did.
it was a
We
week
did.
and a half since we did a live stream, since we did it even an auction. And
Wow.
it was the weirdest thing trying to get back in the swing. And it was only a week and a half. And it was like, Joe was like, how do I do this again? I'm getting all set up, in the stream and everything. That was really kind of crazy. You're not interested, Joe? Well, fine. In my coins.
Oh, okay. Well, I think your coins are beautiful.
Welcome, Shu. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We got some new people coming in.
Oh, shoot.
So, what have you guys been doing since I was gone? Nix, did you ever get a chance to actually talk about on your stream? I didn't get a chance to watch it. I apologize. About your Sting and Nell hair care?
No, we didn't this time, but I do have it today.
Oh, do share. That was one of the things I was like, she's going to share about the Sting and Nettle, and I'm not going to be able to see it. And
I'm sorry, but all the things that the stinging nettle will do for your hair is amazing. It balances the pH, removes product buildup, the dandruff buildup, combats hair loss and hair strengthening. It stimulates the follicles. It will literally repair the follicles so that your hair won't fall out. Reduces frizz. It adds shine. It detangles. And prevents split ends. I mean, what won't this do? I mean, I love this stuff, and I keep researching this stuff and finding new things on what it will do for you. And it stimulates your hair follicles because it's bringing circulation. It's helping the circulation within your body, so it's bringing more blood up to your head. So
is it repairing the hair at the same time?
Yes.
And how do you apply it? Do you know?
Yes, you're going to make yourself like a tea, so you're going to take a cup of dry leaves and 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and you're just going to make the tea, and you let it stay in a jar overnight. You add your vinegar, and then you comb it in your hair and use it as a rinse. And you can make 4 cups out of it with the 1 cup of dry leaves, and that goes a long way.
I gotta find the stinging nettle.
Yep. So I'm done.
I wasn't sure if you were still talking or not. I didn't want to interrupt you.
It's that easy. It's just by you brew in as the tea, and you leave for 15 minutes, and then you let it sit overnight, and then you strain it, and then add your vineger. So that's it.
That sounds like something I can handle.
Yeah, it's something I could handle too. But you just got to find the stinging nettle, and I don't have any around me.
Well,
it's interesting places that they grow. Okay. Joe says, Nick, can you repeat all that?
Yes, Joe, I can. I'm wondering, I bet you could use it on your face as well for people that are trying to grow in beards, gypsy wolves.
It will tickle your innards. Wait, it's a stimulant as well? Yes, Joe, it is. But anyway, mental nettle hair
He
tonics.
said, please.
So wait a minute, Diane. Don't you have seeds?
Yes.
You do?
You know what? Stinging nettle. I went out there when I came back from the coin show, and I knew I was going to have to harvest. My stinging nettle went absolutely berserk. It's just big and bushy and whatever, and it's crazy. But here's what we got. It is going to seed.
I'm so excited.
Yes. And look, it's not. It's the black seeds are what we need to, harvest.
Mm-hmm.
I put this out a couple of hours ago because it's raining outside. And I just brought in one of the, and to harvest, look at this, I'm actually touching it. Can you believe that? So at this point, I guess it's safe to touch. I don't know. I've never done that before. But all the nutrients and stuff for the plant is going to the seed. And so they're probably not super great to make tea out of. Oh, seeds are coming out already.
Can you send them to me?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, I would like to have some seeds as well.
Yes,
Okay.
got a ton of them.
I'll send you some seeds. I wonder if I can. Let me see if I can get the camera to show the seeds that are falling
And
out.
Joe said that looks a little sus, lady.
It does.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Yay!
So those are seeds, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Isn't that cool? So yeah,
That is very cool.
Nix, I sent you some nettle so you can make some hair rinse and tell us how it works.
Yes, I would. Yes, I absolutely will.
You can send some to me too if you want, since you've got like gigantic trees growing in your backyard.
You want tea sent to you?
Well, so that I can make the hair thing.
Oh, there you go. Good idea.
Oh, there you
I
go.
think that it might work on my kind of hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Good point. Very
Like
good.
my hair is really fine, and the humidity and everything. I think that would help my hair.
Well, it would help the fuzz. If you get a little fuzz in your fuzzy hair with curls.
Frizzy.
Well,
Frizzy? You mean frizzy?
my daughter calls it fuzzy.
It is fuzzy.
That's what because she gets like those baby hairs around her head, around her face, and that's.
I have that.
So she calls it a little fuzzy.
That's cute. The baby finds. I have that, and I think that it might help.
And it will help the frizz as well. Yeah. So, but it will help the
It is.
frizz. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, it helps
Yeah.
everything.
Boy, if I could do something that cleared out all the hair product routine, oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
That really is awesome. Would be. I so get what you're talking about because
Yeah,
there's less
I'm
bulk
excited for
on
it.
the shelf and more room for other important things.
Yeah.
And Axel is the one. That's why Joe used it. Sounds sus. He says that sounds sus, Grammy. What is sus? Suspect. Axel. I don't know. And you know what? Acorns for everyone, Joe. Are you going to go out and pick all those acorns up? Because I'm not.
Acorns for everyone. We haven't figured out what to do with the acorns.
You can eat them, really.
Oh.
That's just silly. Okay, the other thing too. Okay, everybody, if you're in the chat, do you remember when we made the watermelon vinegar?
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought, Lisa, I think that was before you. Were you here, Lisa?
I couldn't get that one to stream. I really had trouble like running that one. So I'm going to go back and look at it again. I wasn't here yet. No.
Okay. Well, we made that and I put it on the shelf and I came across it in the curio cabinet. You guys saw the thing in the back where I store all my glass jars and stuff.
Mhm.
You have connections, Joe? Oh, okay, good. Joe the connector. Bad boy. Anyway, so I came back from the coin show and I probably rushed when I washed my hair. And sometimes when you leave soap in your hair, it gets real dried out and starts to itch, right? Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that's the case or if it's the mineral water deposits that, collect on my skin, on my scalp or not. So I just came across it. I opened it up and I thought, is this going to smell like wine or what is it going to smell like? No, it smelled like watermelon. And it was in vinegar form, right? So it wasn't like that stinky pour the vinegar in your hair and whatever. No, I took it and shook it up. It had the mother in there, lots of mother in that booger. Shook it up really good, pour some on my hand, and I put it on my hair, and it felt like cream rinse. Was how it felt, kind of. It took away the itch. It definitely stripped my hair from the minerals that were building up. But here's the more important part, and I wasn't sure about it. It looked like my hair was black. I mean, dark brown. Whatever blonde was in there, it was gone. And I think it's because it has an oily base to it, maybe from the watermelon. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I washed it. It stunk up the whole place. It did not, Joe.
Stunk it up with like watermelon or stunk it up like vinegar?
It probably vinegar with him.
So I was going to just say, like being a brunette, I would like to do that and see if it like would bring highlights out in my hair.
Right. Well, you take the watermelon rinds, and I put them in a mason jar and added a half a cup of sugar, and then filled it with, what was it? Think, Diane, think. Come on, brain work. Where's my stinging nettle? Distilled water, sorry. And you put it down in there, and for 2 weeks, you leave it up on the shelf, and you shake it every day so it can get good and whatever. If you have to add more water, add more water. If you have to add more sugar. Well, then I just left it for a long time on the shelf back in the cool cabinet, right? Well, on stream, maybe, did we strain it on stream or did I do it afterwards? I don't remember, Nick.
I think we did it afterwards.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah.
So I strained it in a sieve, put it in the shelf, put the lid on it and whatever, then put it back in a jar. And a couple of months later, I went and thought, I need to use this. That's the only one I haven't touched yet. And so I thought it would be perfect. Oh, you thought it did, Joe? Well, you were in the basement. How would you know?
America Silver Patriot just joined us. Good afternoon.
Who just joined us?
America Silver Patriot.
America, the little brother. Fist bump.
And Lambo Stacker just joined us. So
Lambo Stacker. Thank you for coming, Lambo. Very cool indeed. So I walked around with dark hair and it seemed like it was oily. So when I washed it out, now this is what you get, back to normal. But it feels better when my scalp doesn't itch. So it got rid of all the minerals. It probably treated my hair and gave it what it needed. So, but yeah.
I'm just going to be fully transparent. I'm probably not going to do that.
Because it's not simplified.
All I see is a gigantic mess. And I'd be like.
It was a pink color too. It was a pink color.
Yeah, it was. And it smelled good. It smelled decent. I was very surprised. So anyway, I used that and, whatever. So. And you know what else I did?
What?
I had to.
You try some crazy stuff, woman. You try some crazy stuff.
I do. Remember we talked about yarrow. We've dealt with plantain, right? It from my finger, and by the way, look at my finger, it's healed.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And no scars, no nothing. I'm like, this stuff is cool. I have never had a sore heal that fast and that well with not leaving a scar or me doing something and ripping the scab off. I didn't have any of that. I could bend it the whole time. It was just crazy.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so I was walking down to the mailbox the other day, and I needed to make some more plantain salve because I was using it quite a bit. I've been using it on my skin too. And there were these huge, well, I collected some of them today. Hang on one second. I stacked these and those other ones showed up. So the plantain that was at the driveway leaves are this big.
That looks like mine too. I started fertilizing mine.
And look, here's the one.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I just cut a bunch up. I'm going to actually tincture these because I have plenty of salve right now. But I mean, I got a bunch hanging out here, you know. So
Nice. So I was gonna do the same thing, but I wanted to let them grow more because they were just getting so big. I was like, I wonder how big they do get, you know.
well, and then the seeds come up from the top, and then you can
Yeah.
take those to spread it out. Yeah, it's very, very cool. So, well, you guys know I hurt my knee, right? Maybe you didn't know. I don't know. I did something, and my knee was just acting up, and it was just crazy. And even during the coin show, it was okay. It wasn't so bad. It was whatever. But I brought some salve with me, and I was taking that plantain salve that I had made that I was putting on my finger just to rub it in because I heard different things. Well, okay, now I've got to make more, right? So I made some plantain salve that has the plantain, yarrow, and now we haven't introduced self-heal yet. We've talked about it, but here it is. I gathered up a bunch today.
Nice.
And this little plant has purple. Oh, I love this plant.
That is beautiful.
It's purple flowers, just gorgeous. They all have that, I call it a pine coney top because it kind of looks like a little pine cone closed up. And it is, they call it all heal or self heal. So I also cook some of that or put some of that in the oil, coconut oil, and the beeswax that for making that plantain salve. And so it's a mixture of yarrow, self-heal, coconut oil, and plantain. I chopped it all up, put it into the oil for a good hour on very, very low heat. It was in a double boiler, so I just kept adding water to keep the heat going. And all that did was pull out, the amazing stuff from these plants. And then when it was done, maybe hour or two, whatever length of time I chose to do, I just I strained it and then put it in containers, labeled it. You always want to make sure you label it. And okay. That was a sorry message. Call it an invasive weed, but that's me. Well, you're an invasive weed some days, Joe.
No, I want to see how to make the salve, but you were talking about the tincture.
Well, you can tincture it too, and how you do the tincture is you put it in a jar, and I'm going to do that so that I can take drops of it and put in the salve when it's not growing.
Oh, nice. How long does a tincture last?
It could last a good year or more, 2 years.
Dang. Okay, so this is something I need to learn how to do.
Now it's a year from or 2 years from when you strain the pulp or the plant out of the oil or out of the tincture.
Okay.
Not on the shelf while it's curing. Follow me? So
gotcha. Yes.
So we're going to have to go over that, probably how to do a tincture and probably one of our streams in August, because August is getting close to harvest time. Well, Saturday I was doing laundry. My legs were.
August is next week, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Weed picking will wreck your knees. Yeah, thanks, Joe. It's kind of true. It's kind of how, I don't know. It just never fully healed from a previous injury, and so it just aggravated it by me. It all started with the pineapple weed and the cutting the finger and so on and so forth. And it's been this roller coaster effect. However, it was doing really great. And I was able to walk on it. I was able to bend it. I was able to bend down with it. And I was doing really great with it. And it was like, finally, it's back to normal. Well, Saturday, I had to do some laundry for Axel because he didn't have any clothes to wear and he wore everything. And I was like, okay, I'll do laundry. So I grabbed a laundry basket. I was going down the steps and I was thinking, I wonder if I could do, and then bam, it felt like my body went one way, my knee went another way, and nothing went right. And it was just, oh my God. I was like, I couldn't stand on it for a while. It was horrible. Well,
Hobble?
I don't know what I did, but I re-injured it.
No,
So
did you hobble like to go find somewhere to sit down? Is that like?
that's all I could do, right? And I was like 4 steps from the bottom of the basement. So I'm leaning up like this, trying to walk.
Oh my gosh.
Where the tables were and wherever. And I was like, hey, Z Coins, good to see you. Glad you're here. Oh, Hampton. Howdy, Hampton, sir.
Hi, Hampton.
And so I was like, okay, I don't know what I did, but it didn't feel like before. So I did something worse. So either some ligaments or tendons or whatever. So the first thing I did was I went ahead and started the load of clothes and got that taken care of. I grabbed my plantain sab. I rubbed
Like a true woman, do the laundry.
right. Exactly. So, and I rubbed it on my knee, and I do it about 3 or 4 times a day. Okay, now here it is Tuesday, and I can walk on it really good. Yesterday, I went and did the errands, and I was like, don't go down in the weeds there, because now I was looking for mullein, and it was down in the ditch above the hill, and I was like, don't go down that ditch. You'll go tumbling. I can visualize. So it's like, not today.
Yeah. Good. Listening to your intuition. Good
That's
job.
right. I was like, you can wait a few days, heal that knee. And I did wrap it because Joe told me keep it wrapped. And
Joe told you that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's a good man when it comes
Dr.
to
Joe?
She's back.
We're going to call him Dr. Joe?
Dr. Joe, yeah. Dr. Joe, isn't that on like, what is that? That little guy, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dr. Joe.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if it is or not. So it's good, doing good today. It's a little sore in some spots, mostly, where the side of the knee is or whatever, but I can actually lay with it and straighten it out, and I can bend it. I haven't tried to kneel down yet on it. I'll give that a little bit more time, but I'm also doing some knee exercises, but I really do believe, and yes, I've taken ibuprofen and Tylenol and, stuff that, I had to do something. It was horrible. And Joe's
well, I'm not against using conventional medication.
Well, no, I agree.
If I have an option, something that can work, that's natural, I like to try that first.
Right.
And then if I need more or something's not working, you have to use common sense.
You do have to use common sense. And you know what? It can enhance it. I mean, so you take the edge off and give you some relief so you can relax so that your body can heal. Go for it.
We need to find more anti-inflammatories, though, too.
Yes.
Agreed.
And, Flag City Park said turmeric, and that does work. And
that's what I said, Flag City. Yeah, thanks, Nick.
We've had several people come into the chat, Diane, if you wanted to say hello to AZ.
Yep, one Mud Swat's here too. I see he strolled himself in AZ Coins.
Paul Hampton.
Oh yes, Paul's been here a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, Paul.
Yeah.
AZ Coins.
And so it's doing better. It took a good 4 days for it to actually do better. This is only Tuesday. That's it happens Saturday morning, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I got probably 2 more days before I can go jump on the trampoline, I think.
So do you elevate and put ice as well?
I did do heat and I did do ice. Yes, iced it. I put a heating pad on. I had a heating pad on earlier just because I've been out harvesting and doing many things with it. I make sure I have my arch support shoes on always so that I can not mess that alignment up again. My left hip, the same leg that I hurt my knee, it actually adjusted itself on its own yesterday.
Nice.
I was like, okay, cool. And it made a difference how the knee felt. So isn't that interesting? Can's here. Happy Tuesday, Can. I'm not teachable, Joe. Okay. So anyway, it's coming. We'll give you, but you know what? Because I put the self-heal and the yarrow in with the plantain, those are 4 incredible anti-inflammatory, healing, and medicinal plants together. They're working really well together, and I do see a difference. Like I say, I apply it on my knee and rub my knee with the salve. and down. I also don't just do the knee, but I also do the calves and the thighs and get all those muscles working. I also did take an Epsom salt soaked bath, and I
Okay.
put Epsom salts in. Epsom salts is a good help for sore
Yeah,
muscles
it
and
is.
like that, and a quick healer helper too.
It must have been
So,
really painful.
yeah, it was, but it didn't last. I mean, I couldn't really do
What
nothing.
about what about the mullein?
Oh, mullein. We'll talk about mullein later. That's going to be cool because you know what? We're going to talk about mullein. I found it. I've been searching for it. And we're going to talk
So
about that next
jealous.
week for
I'm
sure.
just
But wait till you see what I've got. Right now, Lisa, I want to talk about your journey, honey.
uh-oh.
Your dirt journey is
Uh-oh.
wow, amazing. And you've gotten some progress done with all that.
Yes. Thank you. So I realized through the myriad of videos and information I had been receiving, I was just doing deep dives, looking at every angle possible, what's going on. What I landed on is I have to pick a system that I'm going to stay with. And that system that I decided on is the tree compost. I found a very good source, and that's something that's really critical to making the decision is if you can get the tree compost. And it's not just the chips. This is actual compost where they put sand in it, and you need that for the minerals. The plants extract minerals out of the sand. So I'm using it's like the forest concept where if you think about it, the trees are growing, plant life is growing in the woods, and nobody's out there watering it or doing anything to it. So what I'm learning about is the regenerative ag process. And this is a new movement throughout a lot of the small farms. And they are really working to do as little as possible with the land, which is really cool. It's not just no till. It's like do not disturb the first layer. You're going to put everything on top of the existing layer. And right now, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm growing. I'm making my foundation. I'm preparing my beds for the fall. And when you have a lot of tree material, that kind of carbon, it takes up nitrogen. So alfalfa pellets they don't hold any of the herbicide issues. So the alfalfa pellets dissolved, you stick them in water and they get all mushy. That helps put nitrogen back into the soil or into the compost. So the compost is beautiful, but it doesn't have any like life in it. You don't see any bugs in it or anything. So what I have to do is invite the little creatures around me, all the little good bugs, bacteria and everything. I have to invite that into the compost. And
Not that bug.
right, no kidding. So once I invite the good microbials into the compost, then I can invite the worms in. So I'm kind of feeding the environment so the worms want to come in. Once you start that, once you get all the systems together,
Right.
everybody working harmoniously, then you get soil.
Get that Joe working harmoniously.
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 Yes. So it's a system.
Harmoniously.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning is how these systems work. So where I was going wrong is I thought I could do the big box store type of green bag stuff,
Right.
alongside of my organic garden, and you can't do that. There's reasons for that, which I won't go into, but that's the mistake. Like you're kind of, if you're going to go with the green bag, then you have to go with the green bag fertilizer. That's why it's proprietary. It's stripped of one and you replenish it with the other. There's nothing nefarious about it. It's just how they're trying to recreate the natural systems in nature.
Okay.
They're trying to do that chemically. And it really doesn't work. Everybody knows that, but
So
we all try it.
you're truly going real organic. This is like true organic guardian.
Well, I don't have organic, like the water is filtered, but it's not considered organic, like that. It's organic in the sense that I'm working with nature.
Okay, got it.
And I'm not using chemicals.
And you're utilizing the fact that you don't have so much sun, but you have tree shade. So you're implementing what looks like in the forest.
Yeah, I'm working with what I got.
That's very cool.
Did you say you were putting nitrogen back in?
Yes, with the alfalfa pellets.
And the reason why I asked you is because Canada is trying to pass a law to where they take the nitrogen emissions and they're trying to lower them. And farmers are feeling pressured and ignored by Trudeau. And that's what they want to do. So I heard that yesterday. So
I didn't know that, but that, oh my gosh, the farmers. Can you put me back on with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Farmers, man. Go farmers. We need to support these farmers. Yeah. They are up against the wall.
It's not in the U.S. now, but, that doesn't mean it can't. U.S. won't, copycat and try to do that as well. And they say it's from greenhouse emissions and it's the nitrogen that they're trying to lower. So I just thought that was interesting when you said nitrogen.
Yeah, but that's from the chemical that's from different things, that other ways that we use nitrogen. It's the kind of nitrogen they're talking about that would get dumped in the streams and kill all the fish.
Well, they said it's from the fertilizer, from fertilizer. It's saying emissions reduction initiative, fertilizer, in Canada.
And you're right, Nick, to call attention to that, because it could very easily propagate down into the U.S. They already do over-regulate the farmers. There's nothing that they can do about it. It's just, it's so sad. It's just a sad situation, but they're trying. The farmers are trying.
That's really sad because, that kind of stuff gets in the streams and we have to drink that stuff. That's why so much of our water is good for us and needs to be, filtered now.
No, there's a whole mix of reasons, but you have to put the nitrogen back into the dead soil. We only have we only have 60 years of topsoil left on the earth. That's it. 60 years.
Where did you get that number? Curious.
That's is it Smithsonian? It's one of those. Okay, there's a gigantic movement about soil. Do you know Sadhguru? He's leading it up for India, actually worldwide. This is a known issue. Nature, it's a scientific magazine, has been writing about it for years. They keep changing the meter on it. This is not. This is like a known thing, and world leaders are all getting around the regeneration approach because we have to regenerate the soil. We have no choice. We have to do that. And so it's huge. It's just look up dirt versus soil or Sadhguru. That'll get you right on top of it. He's got Save Soil as his hashtag.
Okay.
I think that's it. Save Soil. Lots of farmers are talking about it. They're trying to do it. Pardon me?
No, I was talking to Joe. I might time him out.
Oh, is he being naughty?
Yeah, Lisa knows what she's talking about. She's had to work real hard to find this knowledge. Just saying.
Lisa made it up, but hey, it sounds good. Joe?
I know, slap him. Coffee grounds.
It's a scary thought, isn't it? It's a scary thought. And you would want to say that it's made up, but it's a real thing. We did it. We have to do something about it.
That's what's right. If you take coffee grounds, it does add nitrogen to the soil as well. You just don't want to put it too close to the plants.
Right.
So I think you're being naughty.
And Joe says, I'm not being naughty. I guess it's his turn. It's payback time. I don't know.
America says, sorry, but I believe you guys are all carbon. You're right.
A little bit.
America, you're right.
So how big is your carbon footprint?
It's as big as I want to make it.
Same. But I'm sure it's a lot less than some of our politicians' carbon footprint.
Hey, Gen X, I missed you.
It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much. Jizzle's in here, Jenix in here, Paul Hampton is chatting. We're having a great time. But we want the bugs to come in, but we don't want the. All right, I'm going to show it.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was this morning.
This is a grasshopper right here, and it's like, why is he
It was
coming?
big.
That little bugger. It's like, I don't know. What do you do with that?
I sprayed him with the ivory soap that it was Donnie Wayne said to do that, I think.
Ivory soap, or is it Dawn dish detergent that you use? Because I was reading that it's Dawn.
Well, he said use ivory soap, and actually it's much quicker. It kills them much more quickly.
So
really
is that a liquid, or is it, how do you?
No, you have to do, you take the shavings, shave it. It's really easy to shave.
Okay, because I have some that I could shave. I have some.
Okay, the bar soap, and then it floats. But let me warn you, it's so slippery.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of a hassle, but it actually works really fast. So I was just throwing it on them.
So you grate it. Do you put it in water to dissolve? So it's like,
yes.
Okay.
Okay. How much water?
I kept adding it because I went through.
Gallon? Is it like a gallon per?
I just used a spray bottle this big.
Okay.
And just filled it up with some water and just kept going with it. There's no scientific formula. It's like whatever you can hang on to properly. Do you have squash plants?
No.
Anybody, if somebody has squash plants, like the way that I get those things to this is a squash plant right here. This is a butternut squash. Mm-hmm. And so I was going for the I forget what they're called, ophids or something like that, type of squash bugs. And I had been lazy and not going out there because it was really hot.
Understand.
So I had some cycles that I missed, and I had a lot of adult bugs out there that were getting it on. And it was awful. So I was like, oh my God. What?
How do you know this?
You can see them. They're like roaches, and they couple like roaches.
It's like icky, Nick. It's like icky.
Oh.
They couple, so you can see it happening. And I'm sorry,
they do the flitter painted thing.
No, they go end to end.
Oh well, I'm telling you right now, Lisa, I'm not watching my bugs with that.
I know, but the thing is, there's babies that come after that, and there's like hundreds of them.
Oh,
so
goodness.
You got to get them before that happens.
Joe.
What, Joe?
He says, take some skewers and gently slide into the grasshopper random weeds, and then another grasshopper, etc. Chill for an hour and grill until tender. Do not use soap.
Let me tell you something, Joe. That thing was so big. I was like, I see why people eat them. It was big. I was like, I can see that being a thing. Like you would kind of like look at it like, I wonder if that's edible because it's big enough. And it scared me a little bit. I thought, oh no, it's a praying mantis. So I saw one. Oh, I have to roll back on praying mantises. I'm not praying for the praying mantis anymore. You want to know why? You want to know why, Nick?
Why?
I told Diane, but they eat bumblebees. They eat butterflies, and they eat hummingbirds.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, thank you, God, for not answering my prayer.
It would be like a cat. And the cardinal.
Yes, and this was very sad. So Diane and I were having this conversation about the spiritual qualities of cardinals, right? And I was like, I have a pair of cardinals.
You did.
She did.
This is the male, and my cat KK.
Mrs. Cardinal is so sad. I wonder where she went.
I think there's more cardinals out there, though, than just him. And I think she's going to pick up a new man.
She's going to pick up a new man?
Yeah. I think she will.
Well, Lisa, I have a pest problem myself, and maybe you can help me out with what this pest and what I can do about this pest.
What's his name?
A birch leaf roller.
What is a birch leaf roller?
Me Googling.
What? I'm sorry?
I'm going to go Google that.
Google it, because if it's not, I mean, it's very interesting, but it's taking over my plant, and they have a life cycle. So they literally roll up the leaves of your plant.
Oh my gosh, what kind of plant is it?
It's on my hydrangea leaves.
And what is it doing? Say that again.
It makes the leaves roll up. And that's why they call them a leaf roller, because they breed, and then they have the lava and all that good stuff, and then it rolls up the leaves, and it kills the plant eventually. And then once they do that, they eat it.
Is it still there?
I mean, I've been spraying it with what's that oil called, Diane? I know it's a natural
Neem.
Yeah, I have been spraying it with that, and that is not touching them. It's gotten rid of a lot of them, but they're still there.
But
do you have a birch tree nearby?
I don't believe so. I mean, we have birch trees, but not nearby.
That's where they're coming from.
AKA Snipey Mikey.
So
Yes.
they're coming from a birch tree.
Okay.
So you can, it sounds counterintuitive, but you want to go to where their home is.
Oh, but what?
So you're going to be
trees down.
Well, wait a minute. If they're coming from a birch tree, it's a birch leaf roller, but it's also attacking your hydrangea. So I think the approach would be, of course, you want to protect that hydrangea, right? But you have to get to the source. So you might be able to get the individual bugs off, but unless you get to the source, you're not going to be able to do that. The source is they're on the birch trees.
Right. And so it said to be able to kill them, it's not just pulling the leaves off. If you do decide to pull the leaves off, you have to either burn it, or you have to put them out in the hot sun, or put it in water and let them soak in Dawn dish detergent.
Is there two different types of birch trees there, Gen X? He said white or yellow birch tree. I didn't know there was one.
I would imagine I have the white birch trees.
Okay.
I thought I have white. I didn't know they had yellow.
Well, it looks like there's remedies online.
Yeah.
I've never had the issue, so unfortunately I don't know how
I went the natural way first, because that oil is from plants.
How many are on there? Is there a lot of them?
Oh, it's a small plant. It's about this high. It's because it's my hydrangea I just planted probably a month or two ago.
Can you put a netting on it to protect it?
Yes, but I don't think they fly.
You think they're coming from the dirt? I would put something on it to see if it might be a beetle, and put the net on it.
Okay.
And or like something to cover it first, and see if you can do a barrier, because it's little.
Okay, because I did have the Japanese beetles for a time, but they're gone now.
Yeah, I would, for something like the baby plants, I always put some kind of, one of those screen covers that you use to keep the flies out. Well, if it's little enough, I'll use those.
Okay, I'll try that. See, I probably have to get rid of what I have already.
What do you have already?
Can you see them?
The ones that are on the leaves. Yes, I can.
Yes, I would cut them off. I would take them off.
Right. You can't see the lava, but you can see the little bugs. So, and that oil you're supposed to spray on there like every 7 days, because it's a 7-day life cycle of these bugs. But it's
I would physically remove them.
Yeah. Okay. I'll cut those off today then.
Physically remove them and physically make a barrier. If you see them back right away, keep a close eye. If something come back, then they're coming up through the soil. Now you know how to attack it. Okay. Now you get the kind, like probably spike something in there.
Okay. I see. Yeah.
So make sure that it's covered with that external barrier.
Gotcha.
Take them off.
Because
protect it. Watch it. You might need to spray the neem on the soil.
And I've been doing that as well. And then every bug that I do see, if I see them, I spray it right on top of them as well.
But it's not working, is it? Okay. So yeah, I would go the physical barrier route.
So Gen X is explaining the difference between the birches.
Yeah, the paper birch has bright white bark,
Yes.
and the underside of which is a pinkish color. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I have,
pretty.
strips are fairly wide and thick. They used to white on birch bark to make like pretending paper.
mhm.
Vanilla birch bark, by contrast, is more
A bronze.
bronze in color. Okay,
So
so
I
we
know
got
that.
white ones here, I believe.
Yeah, I used to have river birch in my backyard in a house I lived in, and they were gorgeous, and I loved them.
Yeah. Hey, Doughboy.
A lot of people don't like those trees, but I do.
I do. I like him.
Can's back with us as well, and
Yes, he is. He's got his
Thanks
work
for
done.
explaining that, Gen X.
all done.
Thank
So
you.
you got a plan? You got a plan, Nick?
Yes, I got a plan now. I'm gonna go cut all the leaves off.
Well, no. Wait, are they on every single leaf?
Well, it's a no,
Okay.
not on every single leaf, just the ones where that I see them.
How many? Because they need to photosynthesize to keep the plant alive.
Right.
Okay. Oh, so how many? Okay, because it's still a small plant, but the leaves are huge on it.
Okay, what I'm saying is you have to leave some leaves.
Okay, right. But how many leaves about? Because I don't have a
Well,
lot.
can you take a picture maybe when we're
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, and I so how I identified the bugs too was you know how we have a plant app. Well, there's a bug app, so I took a picture of the bugs and I was able to identify it on the bug app.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need like you want to save as many leaves as possible, right?
Mhm.
And if there's a parasite on them, you want it gone, but it's an element of risk if you're taking all the leaves off.
Right. I'll take a picture once we're through so you can
Okay.
guide me, and then maybe we can update them next week with the pictures and I
Okay.
can put bugs on them, and we can do an update on that.
And
If it's-
meanwhile, we'll find out because that ivory soap, I think it suffocates them just like that.
well, then I'll try that too because I do have the ivory soap.
Oh, wait, let's find out. I was thinking about you when I saw how fast ivory soap worked, and I was wondering about your hydrangea, but they're different. Like they need if there's a bunch of bugs on them, it could mean that it's missing nutrition to fight the bugs.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's missing nutrition now that the bugs have been on it. Because
Yeah.
they're eating it, but prior, I mean, they were growing great and green and fast, and they were beautiful.
Okay, external parasite sounds like they came in. I don't know. That's scary, right?
It is because this is the plant that was in my wedding 22 years ago. So, and it's the only clipping I have left. So I'm hoping we can save it, but I think that it's possible because I don't think they're overtaken since I have been treating it. I think it's helped a little bit. I don't have any leaves that are rolling right now. And when they were rolling, that's when it was really starting to, look pretty bad.
So if they're not rolling right now, maybe you did get rid of them and you need to cover them to give the
Yes.
plant a chance to really recover.
Yes. But the bugs are the adults are still on the plant though, so that makes me
I
wonder.
would remove them. I would
Because I don't want them to
bugs. So you need to take the bugs physically off the leaf.
No.
Well, get some rubber gloves.
Okay, so how I do it, I picture a plastic jar. Hang on, because those little squash bugs are nasty, but they're like slow and you can catch them. But it's gross. And so I have a plastic thing, okay, that has a big plastic lid. Okay, and I take the plastic thing and I get the leaf and I stick the leaf inside. I take the plastic lid and I use my popsicle sticks from my fudgesicles now.
Oh, I love fudgesicles. I have fudgesicles too.
I know. So save your sticks and then you use them and you scrape it into the plastic thing and then you close the lid.
Gotcha. Or
that's how I do it without touching them.
Yeah.
And I get to eat more fudgesicles.
Gunny just joined the stream, and then Can was talking about weeping willows. I love those trees as well.
I do too. Well, do we got a plan of action there, Nick? So are you going to go for it?
I am going to go for it.
Hi, Gunny.
Yeah, I think you're just going to actually have to take those little suckers.
Be assertive. Mr. Doughboy says, "Be assertive, Nick."
That's right.
It's nasty. I know. It's really hard.
Eviction time is here.
I am crazy.
Hi, Anna. I'm crazy.
Anna, I'm crazy. Well, you know, we did a plant. I did a video before we went to the coin show called Name That Plant, right? And it's time to announce our winner. First of all, okay, so I took a plant down. Look at this. Okay, it wilted on me, girls, and it was in water.
I knew it was going to do that.
So that's why we waited. I mean, I waited to an hour before we went through. And here is
Hang
the
it
plant.
upside down. You'll be able to see it anyway. There you go.
Good idea. Okay. And it's interesting because the plant, it's kind of got fuzzies on the stem. The leaves are alternating leaves with splits. Okay. So we can identify this. And the leaves look like a fern.
That's interesting. The with a split. That's an interesting.
I know. Do you see that with
variation.
this leaf? It's that's one leaf split, but it's alternating knots. See?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Alternating knots. And the leaves, they look like, I don't know what that plant is that it looks like, but according to, I'm going to put this up here. Oh, it's not going to work that way, is it? Okay, here we go. The name of that plant, according to the description and the pictures and what it looks like, it is an Ambrosia artemisifolia.
Nice.
Well, I did that good, didn't I? Can I do it again? Nope. It is basically an annual common name is going to be ragweed. So, ragweed it is. And it is good, you know, for things. Ragweed has benefits and whatnot. But a lot of people are allergic to ragweed, and that's what. Is that a swamp cabbage? So, yeah, I'm going to mow that booger down.
Yeah. I take that sharp knife to the stem before I mowed it.
Right, right. And the winner, I did a screenshot and put him on the top because the first person that responded was Paul Hampton.
Paul Hampton.
So Paul Hampton said is our, if you guys can see that.
He's saying the same name, right?
Yes, common ragweed. So.
Yay!
Show you. And I also said that the winner would get a special gift from Mr. Doughboy. And this, look at that.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I know. It's Tinkerbell. It's the cutest thing ever.
It's a real Tinkerbell.
Yeah, Tinkerbell. That's right. And it came in this little box.
Aw.
So, Paul Hampton, I'm going to put this in your box, and it's going to come home to you. And thank you, guys. We had over 50 responses in the chat or in the comments of that video, and I appreciate all your comments and camaraderie even. And yeah, it was interesting because I found a whole patch of the lady thumb further in the yard. I ended up mowing her down because
Poor thing.
I know. I was like, sorry, chick, but you're going to go because you're too tall now. And yeah, so Paul Hampton, this is coming to you, sweetie. And yeah, thank you guys so much for participating in that video. Oops, I want this one instead. So yeah, Paul Hampton, are we in agreement?
Yes, congratulations.
Okay. And thank you, Mr. Doughboy. Mr. Doughboy's his link is in the chat or in the description. But if you don't have Mr. Doughboy's channel and you haven't subscribed to him, he has got some very interesting things to share. So if you would go.
He's got a lot of cute things too. He's got a cute little dog that he takes rides, and it's so cute.
Go get the box.
You guys, we're getting spam.
Oh my gosh, we are. I was looking at. I'm sorry, the agenda.
We're not paying attention.
Well, that's why we have mods.
He's the #1 mod.
Who is?
Joe Durbin.
That's right.
Joe,
Joe, you
you're
slacking?
doing the job.
Oh,
We're getting killed.
I guess Joe doesn't know everything.
Thank you, Mr. Doughboy. You're awesome. Acceptable gift to the unacceptable winner. Polly, Polly, Polly. Joe, you were so worried about what you're typing, you missed the bots.
That's cute.
And you know, there's something about that plant. I can feel it even on my fingers. So that's gonna go. Congratulations. I don't like it. Now I'm itching now. See? I
Oh
didn't even
no.
itch me.
Oh, that's because you're touching it.
Yeah, I know.
The
Touch
stinging
me feeling
nettle.
not good. See, plantain salve. Here we go.
Yeah, stinging nettle takes a little.
Carrie. What are we learning about today, Carrie? We've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff you missed out on. Get that bot. Get the bot.
Carrie,
Somebody
What?
report that bot.
I keep hiding them. Is it not
Report
working?
them. Report them. We're going to time him out. Let's see. I'll go back in there and.
I've been putting them in timeout. I think it knows how to. Oh, Joe Durbin's getting them.
It was about time, Joe Durbin.
We never get bots. How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. They come everywhere. Okay, it's been reported.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now this
She's good.
one. I'm going to show you this one. This is one. I need to find out what this is. Look at this. Look at those flowers. It is not yarrow. I don't know its benefits, but it has the same similar kind of leaves. And in showing it to you not too long ago, I think I sent you a picture, Lisa, and it might be goldenrod. But if you
Oh,
guys,
no. Wait, can you put those little flowers, just the flowers in the, I can't, like the top of it, like top down. Can you bend it so I can see the flowers looking top down, please?
is that not working?
They look like buttons. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, isn't that something? They're really pretty. But
Oh yeah, I could put that on my plant app.
there
Yeah,
you go.
I can too, but did it work?
The picture from the computer.
Okay.
If you could put it up there again, just real quick, and I'll see if I can screenshot it. Perfect. Oh, you just okay. Got it.
Good.
Good one.
And it is holding water in this little cup a lot better than that other. So that ragweed is definitely a weed.
Oh, I think I see it.
More weeds, good for bees. Just to get, yeah, right, Gen X. So I'd be kind of curious to see what
But
that is.
bees are good to have around.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they pollinate our world.
Oh, yeah.
So Paul Hampton, this is coming to you. I got to write that down.
Congratulations, Paul.
And I think it was a close second was mudswat, right?
I don't know if mudswat's called it ragweed or later. I know Donna Hilton mentioned it. She's trying to remember it. There was a lot of people that did guess, that as well. It would have been nice, mudswat. I'm sorry, but yeah, Paul was Paulie on the spot, right? So next week, guys.
I sent you a screenshot, Diane, on your a message to see if you think that's what it might be.
Okay, you sent me a screenshot?
Yes, of the and I don't know. I've never seen it before, so I don't know if that is.
I don't have the. Can you screenshot the photo of the one that they suggest? I got the word.
Yes, that was what they suggested.
Okay. Hey, Patriots Mom, good to see you.
Patriots Mom.
So, Mullen.
Oh,
What I love about this plant.
jealous.
Cowboys toilet paper too, by the way. So just so you know, if you ever run out of toilet paper and can't buy it in the store because things are just so crazy stupid, you can wipe your butt with this. But I don't think I want. If you're out camping and you have any toilet paper, that'd be good. But this is also good medicinal things, and I've got these on the tray to dry.
Nick, you need to give some of them to Emma.
Do what? I
Let
didn't
me
hear.
what?
Never mind.
And then I got some flowers, but you can make it into tea and it's good for lung. But we'll talk about that next week, as well as we might talk about the tinctures that we were talking about, how to do one. I might do a video for this week about tinctures. I don't know. What do you guys think?
If you got the time.
I think that would be a good topic.
Right. Dehydrating versus air drying. Some of that has to do with a lot with whether or not you have a dehydrator. You can do it in
Uh-huh.
air. But lately I've been, because Joe can't stand the noise because that sound goes right down into the going room when he's working. I'm so tired of that noise. And so, I air dried, as you saw. I did the yarrow while we were gone by hanging it up. So I'm just going to let these air dry and see how that happens, because I do have mullein tea. But you can also do from the flowers a tincture that is good for eardrops for earaches.
Oh, nice.
As you can make
Oh,
with the flowers.
Good.
that would be great.
Yeah, so this is definitely a winter type or cold and flu season type of a plant that you want. And where I went and found them, I definitely want the seeds so I can grow them more locally in my area. Joe says, I didn't know we grew them here. I was like, I want some mullein. I like the tea. It would be great for you to be able to help you quit smoking if you wanted to do that.
Oh, really? How would it do that?
What?
How would it do that? Quit smoking? How does that help you quit smoking?
You can smoke the leaves.
Oh, I
And
didn't know
what it
that.
does is it cleans out the lungs. It's an elixir. And we can talk more about that next week.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know, it's fascinating to me as well. And we'll talk about infusions and why infusion versus tinctions.
Mhm.
I don't know. Can you guys think of anything else we'll probably get an update on Lisa's garden and how her dirt is working.
Yeah. And Lisa and I had talked a little bit about this as well, but with all the teas that we're making, I would like to learn about detoxifying teas.
The what?
Detoxifying tea.
Detoxifying teas, because we were talking about the soil, and Lisa and I were talking about soil and stuff and how to detox from that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
You remember that? And so I would like to find out what we could make for a good tea that would detoxify everything. And a lot of people, we need to detox.
Yeah.
Quitting smoking, it's helpful too to detox your body of the nicotine.
The heavy metals build up inside of us. They don't just go away. You have to take something, get them out, and it depends what what part of your body you're cleaning. So
right. So I think that would be a good, with all the teas that Diane's making and showing us the difference between dehydrate and all this other stuff. I think that it would be a good topic.
I should look into that, but Ken did a detox with tea not too long ago, detoxing his body, and there's a detox tea. I'll have to look and see what's the ingredients are in there, because it combines several different plants to create that tea.
So on this one though, the detox teas, there's some of course over the counter that you can just buy, and they're very mild, but this is something you want to do your due diligence on, because what are your other interactions? What's your body type? You really have to do your own homework for your
right.
own.
But at least we can get a baseline to kind of see and learn about it a little bit, I think would be helpful.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Another bot.
Yeah, I was trying to. So I've also learned. I was also been taught. I've never really researched it, but I guess it would be a good time. Is the only way to really detoxify the body is by fasting.
True.
Yes, it's very true.
So
intermittent fasting,
okay.
A lot of research on that kind of stuff.
So yes, you're right. Ken is right. He put in there that dandelion tea is excellent for detoxing the liver. So that's a targeted thing. Okay. And he's right. It definitely cleans it out. Dandelion's an excellent tea for everything, inflammation.
So did you make it, Kinkin, or was this something that you purchased like at a health food store, or?
You would purchase this, Nick. Here's why. Because when they grow it, like just in your backyard, it may not be pulling all the nutrients that are giving you the qualities you're looking for. But when they grow it specifically to pull those nutrients into the leaves. So I would, unless I knew, you know, my backyard was deep, rich soil like Diane's.
That makes sense.
Diane.
You know what I mean? So
those were some really bright yellow leaves.
Okay, so at Whole Foods.
Can. Yeah. Yeah, I buy the Whole Foods tea too. I love these. Yeah.
I have one at Whole Foods like 2 hours away, 2.5
No,
hours.
you don't have to do that. Like you can look even online. Just know that
I'm just teasing, but yes, I'd probably just order it online from them.
it's just that when they grow it for commercial use, they're going to be looking for certain nutrients.
Right. Did you see what Joe Durbin put?
Nobody said anything about wine, Joe.
I'm called Joey on
vodka for everybody.
Yeah, you can't take them guys anywhere.
They're smoking.
They're smoking that leaf.
Mulan leaf. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting topic because there's a lot of cool information. I've been searching for that. And especially if you get during this, when we got colds and we get those crazy stuff in this winter time and you can't breathe and you can't, this plant's going to be huge for cold and flu season outside of yarrow.
Well, it might be good is like that ragweed is out right now and people probably have allergic reactions and might be looking for some kind of a solution.
Yeah.
That might be why Joe's all plugged up in his nose.
Save the weeds.
Clarify.
Well, when we have stuff in our bodies like the minerals or whatnot, our immune system's trying to fight that. And it can't. So when we're trying to fight that in our bodies, we're not able to really fight off the other germs of colds and flu. So our body's always working overtime. So if we keep that insides clean, then our immune system is a lot healthier.
You're right about that. Yeah.
Thanks, Gen X. Also, too, I've been noticing there's some mushrooms creating in my backyard, by the way. So we need to stay up here because he's got some info on mushrooms.
Oh.
And we need to do a topic on mushrooms up and down the road.
I'll take a picture of those before we mow them with a lawnmower.
Right? Mushrooms are the sign of a healthy ecosystem.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you live in the woods.
No matter what kind of mushroom?
It's a fungus. It's fungi.
My immune system.
Want it.
There's a fungus among us.
I'm not going to tell you to eat them, though.
No. Lemon juice.
Or smoke them.
Cayenne pepper cleanse.
I know you can smoke mushrooms.
I know,
but Kinkin was saying.
I'm sorry?
Kinkin was saying, I also have done the lemon juice, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper cleanse for about a week. You know what?
Yeah.
Lemon juice will really clean out your urinary. Right. It is really a good mix. Put lemon juice in with your water and drink it. And it flushes that sugar out. It flushes that garbage out. Mm-hmm. And you'll pee more, but
because maple syrup is a natural sugar. It's
true story.
Natural. Yep. So a lot of people use that in their coffee, especially up here where maple syrup. They'll put that in their coffee in the morning for the natural sugar instead of like the equals or even like the
refined sugar. Right.
Hi, Billy. And
what are you laughing at?
Yeah, he's just laughing at us because, the chat probably more than anything. Joe and Polly are going at it again.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Nick. I can't imagine putting maple syrup in my coffee.
Me neither. My friend does. My friend loves it, and she puts it in coffee in the morning.
It tastes really good. I can attest to it. I like it.
It's homemade too. It's homemade. Yeah. It's delicious.
You don't need much.
No, she just uses a little bit. But maple syrup is so expensive.
Can be. Well, the good stuff, organic, grown.
Yes, the ones that we Yes. So my friend buys it, from her friend, and she makes it. And it takes a lot to make maple syrup. I mean, you need a lot of this stuff coming out of the tree to do so.
Yeah, I have some from a friend that I worked with. She sent it from Vermont, and I just do it. The pancake thing. That's the only thing.
So you
And
like
vanilla ice
it?
cream.
Like maple syrup? I don't like it so much.
I love it on vanilla ice cream. Oh man.
Woo!
That
The
sounds
maple syrup is
That sounds really good. Joe, oh my goodness. The guys are bantering in there, just, whatever. Okay, thanks, guys.
like, okay, we'll ignore you because I haven't seen these ladies in a little while, so I'll just enjoy their company.
Right.
I'm liking that a lot, Nick.
Well, that's kind of what we got going on. And you know what? There is in the description, there's information on the Sting and Nail for hair care and hair rinse. And there's also, connections or links to Lisa Simplified's channel as well as Nick's Coins channel and Mr. Doughboy.
No,
By
no,
the way,
Mr. Doughboy.
thank you again, Mr. Doughboy, for your beautiful craftsmanship. I love the T9C things. They just do something for
They're
me.
so cute. And don't forget the Durbin's auctions Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll have one tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then the tribe is meeting on Thursday.
Yes.
What time is tribe meet now?
I believe it's 8 Central. 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
7 o'clock Central. Okay. I'll have to change that in my cheat sheet. Maybe I have it right here. I got.
You guys
Can't
are
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 8 Eastern.
Okay.
Yes, 8 Eastern. Thursday night.
There was a fictitious story from Lisa that was interesting, Joe. Lisa doesn't tell fictitious stories.
that was for you, Joe Durbin.
That was for him.
Oh, that's so funny.
Where's my coin tribe? There it is. Oh, but it's not 8. Or 6 anymore. It's 8.
It's 8. Yes.
There.
8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 3 hours before then on the West Coast.
Thank you, Diane, making a great show. Thank you, Joe. Glad you had a good time on our expense.
No. Just wait till you're up there, Joe. And we're
you're not. Your day's coming tomorrow.
Oh, that's right too. Yes, we will be there. So, but don't forget, too, Mondays and Fridays, you guys start at 2 Central, 3 Eastern.
Correct.
And Wednesday night is the late night.
Yep, Wednesday night's the late night. Thank you, Nix. I appreciate it.
I thought Friday night was late night.
No,
It's let me see.
that's coin ops at the late night.
It's 2 Central, 3 Eastern, Lisa. Mondays and Fridays. 7 Central Wednesday.
We're gonna have to send
I'll
her.
never remember this.
And 8
I have to write it down.
on Wednesdays.
Joe is still at the edge of his seat, Lisa, just waiting for the more interesting stories.
And here we're talking about Joe Durbin's auctions right now, and he's more interested in waiting for what Lisa has to say.
Incorrigible.
He is incorrigible.
That's what you are, Joe.
Mwah. Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up unless you guys have something more you want to talk about, any questions, comments, concerns about any plant that we're kind of trying to find and enjoy. If not, that's okay.
And DeFuzz just joined us, Diane.
DeFuzz is here. Did she just join us?
She just joined us.
Oh, and we're getting
She's
ready.
a storyteller, Simplified.
I know. So I didn't talk about this. If you want to talk about it real fast, is
Yes.
I'm broadcasting
Yes,
on,
I'm gonna make
on
you.
the compost.
There you go.
It's not a fake story, Joe. It's for real, and it's hard to read this. It's mostly clover, but it's a cover crop, and this is partly how I'm going to rebuild the soil.
Okay.
I'm having the same problem everybody else is.
So you have a cover crop.
So I'm just going to read it. It's
You have a cover crop to rebuild the soil.
Yeah, so there's 4 different kinds of clover. There's
Okay.
lentil, buckwheat, peas, forage peas, cow peas, millet, Flax. I can't read everything. I need my readers, and I don't know what I did with them.
We just had them just a few minutes ago.
I know, and I took them off because I was getting a headache.
With your magnifying glass.
Yeah, and look this.
Okay, use that.
Okay. Yeah, hairy vetch. Does anybody know what hairy vetch is? Common vetch.
I'm afraid of the comments we're gonna
I
get.
know. I
on that one.
heard something else too. I was thinking.
I know, I was like, uh-oh.
I know, that's why I said
kind of
it.
words with that one, Lisa.
I thought I would throw that one out there for Joe.
And Mr. Doughboy said, Lisa, CNN. That was cute.
CNN.
Okay. Flax.
Cowpea in a bag? Really, Lisa?
What?
Joe said, cowpea in a bag? Really, Lisa?
Look at my face. This is not happiness.
See, Joe? You got her mad now.
It's not happiness, Joe.
Cowpea and Harry, what?
That's what I thought I heard. That's what I thought I heard too, Joe.
You never heard of cowpeas?
Not
Peas, not pea. Peas, like the kind of pea that you eat. It's a vegetable. Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you very
Cowpea and
much.
Harry, what? We're going to find out. I'm throwing it all over my backyard is what I'm doing.
There you go. The fact that it has lentils too. That's
Snipey
really cool.
Mikey. He wants to buy it now.
Right, right.
spin. Let's spin it out.
Yep, Billy's calling it sold to Snipey Mikey.
Well, wait, how much first?
Did they even get a number up there?
That was very clever.
Maybe he
Joe.
binned it. Maybe he binned it.
Anyway,
my-
it's a cover crop, and I'm going to throw it in the backyard and let it cover my lawn and see what happens, see where it grows.
There you go. That'll be cool.
We got the pots. Joe, you're slipping. You're slipping, Joe.
Pause. Things speak in that order. Get the bot. Get the bot. Get rid of the bot. Oh yeah.
$1.80. What are you saying, Paul Hampton? That's why farmers rotate crops. Yes, some crops deplete nitrogen and some replenish nitrogen. Thank you, Paul. Like your peas have nodules on their roots that are full of nitrogen, like your mix. Yes.
Very good, Paul. That's why you get the bell.
You get the prize.
You get the prize. $1.38.
$1.38. That won't even cover the shipping.
Look at Mr. Doughboy, 25 cents.
Suggested. No, starting bid 25 cents. Never, Lisa. Them bots are running scared.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, you guys. I didn't even think of that.
What?
I heard it. As soon as I heard it, I'm thinking, oh my gosh.
Here it comes.
No, the hairy vetch. I need to look up what is hairy vetch. Like, what is that?
I mean, just you saying it again.
Well, we got to find
The
out.
first
I
thing
mean,
that came to mind is who is Harry Vetch?
oh, it's pretty. It's pretty.
I
Look
don't
it up.
even say it because I know right now what's in my head. It's just going to come
It's
out
a little
that way.
purple plant. It's really pretty. I forgot about this one. It is a good one.
He's a purple plant.
Anyway,
I should just not.
I think the cardinal was eating the alfalfa, so I put a bunch of the alfalfa out. You know, like I said earlier, I think the cardinal was eating it, and I think that's how KK got it.
Was it your cat?
Your dirt. Very good, KK.
No,
Not Kathy.
no, she got the cardinal.
Kid. You
What,
guys
the
can read this
cardinal?
comment.
What? The cardinal was eating your alfalfa,
Yeah.
and
I
your cat was protecting the dirt.
I don't know. I think that poor cardinal, I feel so bad. Did you know
I
they
know.
have a red beak?
No.
It's pretty.
Well, you know what? The cardinal represents a breakthrough. You got a
The
breakthrough.
cardinal's dead.
Well, the
Sorry.
death is fast.
I think my breakthrough's over. Anyway, life is the circle of life, right?
Circle of life, yes.
Yeah.
Cat is a predator towards the bird. The bird was busy eating, and we got trapped.
But
Poor
but
birdie.
smart kitty.
Oh, she's a predator. I was going to call her Black Moon Lilith. She's a predator.
It happens. I mean,
Checks and balance of the circle of life.
I mean, it was going to happen eventually. I mean, because they don't live forever.
Well, maybe not to that cardinal, but another bird.
Yeah, or that birds don't live forever either.
Or
So
at least it gets all the mice and the moles and the pesky
oh, we missed you.
rodents that you don't want around.
Yeah, she gets all those things.
Cow pee and the hairy whatnot. He killed the poor bird.
It's still the cow pee is still in the bag, guys. Still in the bag.
She's upset about the bird for real.
Joe.
Joe.
Come on, Joe. Where's your heart?
No. We're gonna have to change his name. He's gonna hear that in his sleep. Come on, Joe.
Right. Come on.
Hearted Joe.
Where's the button? I want to push the button. He's got the button downstairs. I'm going to steal that button for my stream.
Bo Palmer. We will be in your stream tomorrow.
Hey, Bo Palmer. Hello.
And I'll take a Benadryl, my one Benadryl, and that will make me all funny.
No Benadryl for you.
Okay, no Benadryl for me. Like I said, I bid too much.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, my.
Glad it takes only one Benadryl.
That made me cry. We were laughing so hard. You know, guys, thank you so much. That was awesome.
This was a fun stream, guys.
Yeah, we needed that, didn't we? We needed that.
Yes.
There's so many cool things, and it's getting winding down in the summertime of different things that are happening with plants. They're starting to do their thing. They're starting to seed. It's a whole different level now of the wildlife and the wild plants that we're finding and seeing, and it's harvest time, just like it would be for a vegetable garden. Things are starting to come where you got to pick and you got to preserve and you got to plant. So we're going to start talking more about that, and maybe a little bit about what you do in the wintertime.
Well, fall's coming too. A lot of things
fall, for sure, because we have
apples and
say that again.
Apples. I do a lot of things with apples and cinnamon in the fall.
So do I.
See, I don't get. Yeah. Well, the raspberries are ripening, and
pumpkins. We do a lot of things with the pumpkins, and pumpkin seeds are so good for you.
Oh,
and a little bit of cinnamon and sugar.
I love pumpkin seeds.
So that's I'm excited for fall for that reason.
I never put cinnamon.
Paul Hampton saying alfalfa is a good cover crop. Let the bird eat it. Can only eat the seeds or very young shoots. Oh, bird was baited by the alfalfa. Then Kitty got the birdie. But you know, here's the other thing. Where else is that alfalfa turds from the birds going to go into the other plants? So you know what? That's how seeds spread.
Well, now the little bird is buried in the sunflower patch.
So now don't come dig him up.
He can fertilize.
No, there's a fence around that patch.
Oh, okay.
So again,
yes,
the bird is returning to the earth to fill it with nutrients.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Mrs. Cardinal is single now.
Well, evidently she's off trying to find a new husband already.
Boy, doubles his chances this weekend.
Diane, you gotta do something about him.
No, boy.
The fuzz, oranges too. You're right.
Oranges, and there's a lot of things you could do with oranges as well. Tea.
You can make a candle out of oranges.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
It's citrus. There's a lot of things we could do with citrus. You could make the vinegar. You could make, clean, of course, to clean with it.
Yep.
Or you could make one of these fancy little essential oils that I like to use. Yeah. That I got from Diane. Mm-hmm. You can't see it because my light's too bright, but it's one of those essential oils.
Yeah, it's a citrus burst, isn't it?
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Oranges and
Smells
cloves.
so
That's
good.
right, the fuzz. Oranges and cloves. Oh, what an amazing
Oh,
flavor.
that's right. And that's fall to me too.
What?
The smells of fall.
Mm.
You also can eat oranges. Thank you, Paul Hampton. We can eat the oranges if we want to.
Joe, Joe.
No, Joe, you know what? I saw a worm yesterday, though, that had, and this is true. I think I got a picture of it. I'll have to check it out. But it has green going, like fluorescent green eye.
No. Well, there's an invasive
A
worm.
worm?
What?
I've seen those fireflies.
It
Maybe.
was pretty.
Wow.
There is an
Yeah.
invasive worm too hitting the areas.
Those
Have
are
you heard
the jumping worms.
Oh, well, this is called a hammerhead worm. And
Oh, really?
yes, and if you cut it, they say you have to kill it like in a plastic bag, because if you cut it in
They
any which way,
grow.
it just replenishes. I mean, it replenishes itself. And I mean, they're bad.
Hammerhead worm?
Yep, look them up. Yep, I know that they found a couple in our state, and they're really, they say if you find one, put it in a plastic bag and call
Oh, my God.
You see it?
Woohoo! Yes, that's scary.
Yes, it is. It is because of how it can reproduce quickly.
Yikes. Thank you, Nick.
Yes, invasive. I don't know where it's from.
Ew.
Amazing.
Did you see it too, Diane?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
saw
I
it.
haven't. I haven't Googled or nothing on it. No. Did
Did
we
we see
see what
what-
happened to Portuguese too?
Oh.
The tequila worm? Oh, yeah. No kidding. That's
Watch
it.
the movie.
Anyway, all right. You know what? We're going to have to get our waiters on, and the chat is getting out of control over what is in the seed packet.
And Joe started it.
Joe, what
Imagine that.
parrot are you talking about? What parrot? Joe's coming for me. He's saying it's mental.
Number. He wants the
Parrot.
code number.
When do we have a
I need the mental list on.
right? Yeah, Paul and Joe blame each other all the time to fuzz, but what a crew. All right, we're going to wind down and close this off. And thank you, everybody, so much for coming in. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support. And hopefully, not only did we have some camaraderie and fun, but we learned something as well. And next week, we'll figure out what we can do about saving our lungs. Extreme cough and spasms and whatever, and whatever else we can come up with. But yeah, tinctures, from what I'm finding, what's useful for what I have around me and what limited, I don't know how often, like I'm already a pineapple weed and I don't even know what to do. But chamomile is the replacement. I've got that. Visit Lisa's pet cemetery and find out, Joe.
Oh, no. Joe, you're right. I got a few dead birds out there. I got a couple dead cats. You're right.
Joe is unplugged.
Oh, no, I gotta go, you guys.
Yeah, right down the street from Nick's.
Yeah.
That's so true. Well, you're not funny. You're not.
I think he's hilarious. I'm sorry, but he's hilarious.
We're gonna roast you, Joe.
Just wait. Your time is coming, baby. Well, thank you, everybody. And we're going to close it off for now. We've been on for an hour and a half, so it's time to say so long. And we'll see you next week, 2:00 Central, 3:00 Eastern. And thank you again so much. I appreciate you coming in and having a great time. And yes, absolutely, Gunny. Of course, you get to giggle. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.